This full body yoga practice includes work on the inner thigh muscles and is very much inspired by a great student of yoga. In the style of yoga that I'm drawn to, Anusara, we call this action that we'll be working on inner spiral of the upper inner thighs. We'll start in the practice in a variation of child's pose. Come to all fours position with your inner big toes touching. Draw your pelvis back with the knees wide apart and with the hands wide apart. Have a nice inflow and outflow to the breath. If this doesn't work for your feet or your knees, then modify the pose to make it work for you. Just enjoy the ease of your breath and come to know the back body. The front body is feeling very contracted with all the organs kind of bunched up together, but see if you can bring more fullness to the back body. And let's start really slow. Come to all fours position. In all fours position, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Walk your hands at the diagonal away from the right foot. Bend your elbows and draw your heart down. Draw your right inner thigh way to the right. You're just kind of exaggerating this movement. But see if you can keep your right knee roughly aligned over your right ankle. Keep on extending through the side body. Even reach through the left arm as you make the left arm a little taller than the right arm. Now come back to child's pose. All fours position first. Hands as wide apart as the mat is. Toes together. Draw down. See if you can keep the elbows lifted, the shoulders lifted. Come to know fullness to the back body, but also take your attention to the right side and the left side ribs. Lift up to all fours position. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Walk your hands again at the diagonal. Stretch your left hand just a little bit taller than the right. If you can come down to the right forearm, do that. Now draw the left inner thigh way wide to the left to engage the inner thigh muscle. Breathe in. Breathe out long. Just easefully draw your awareness into your practice. Come back to all fours position and draw back to child's pose again. Knees wide apart, inner big toes together. Toes either tucked under or on your toenails. Now that you've done this a few times, can you draw your pelvis back further Can you engage your arms more fully by reaching the hands forward even as the pelvis draws back? It's a feeling of lengthening the right and left side body. Make your way to downward facing dog as you're ready. In downward facing dog, pedal your legs to bring awareness to the back sides of the legs, but slow it down. As one knee bends, straighten the opposite. Walk your hands back to your feet. Bend your knees with your feet hip distance apart. Take your hands right above your knees. Now take your hands in a cross fashion. Just cross the wrists. Take the hands to the upper inner thighs. Draw the inner thighs back with the use of your hands. Draw the pelvis back. As you're ready, reach your arms up. You get this nice fullness in this chair pose. Drop your pelvis a little bit lower. Take your hands back to the floor. Walk forward. Walk your feet forward. Place your hands to the low back and rise up. Reach up and back. Take your hands to your shins. Inhale. Let them slide up the shin bones as you rise up and slide down on the exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Place your hands alongside your ankles and step your right foot back. Bring your right knee down. Take your hands right above the knee. Rather than stretching the right thigh, just keep the right hip over the right knee. Reach your arms up. Take the hands wider apart. Release your hands to the mat. Step the back foot forward. Place both hands to the low back and rise up. Reach up, reach back. Exhale, take your hands to your shin bones. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soften. One more. Inhale, lift up and lengthen. Exhale, soften. With both knees bent, place your hands by your ankles. Step your left leg back. Take your left knee down. Rise up. Once again, a high. Keep the alignment of the right knee and the left hip over the left knee. Reach your arms up. Stay balanced. Take your hands back slightly. Release your hands down to the mat and step the back foot forward. Take the hands right above your knees. With the knees slightly bent, draw your heart forward. Now look in toward your heart. Draw the navel back toward the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up and slightly back. Exhale, take your hands to the mat. Step back to either all fours or a plank position and lower yourself to the mat so slowly. Place your hands on the mat with the fingers pointing toward your toes. Bend your elbows. Draw in from the base of the thumb toward the front of the mat. As you inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale, pulse up. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Now take your hands off the mat, reach them back. On the next inhale, lift up higher. Exhale down. Come through all fours position. Step your right foot forward. Tuck your back toes under. Walk your hands to the inside. In a similar way that we just did, walk your hands to the diagonal. Draw your inner thigh way wide. Maybe even reach your left hand a little bit taller than the right. Place your hands on either side of your right foot. Step your left foot forward. Place your hands to the low back. Rise up. Reach up to the sky and way back. Exhale, take your hands to the mat. Step back to a plank position or all fours, your choice. Pause. Lower yourself to the mat. Press your hands with the fingers pointing toward the toes. With the elbows bent, hug the elbows in, rise up on the in-breath. Exhale down. In-breath. Out-breath. In-breath. Stay lifted. Reach your hands back. On the next in-breath, go a little higher. Exhale down. Come back through all fours position. Step your left foot forward. Tuck your back toes under. Lift the back knee up. Walk your hands at the diagonal to the right side. In the same way that we did in the low lunge, the inner left thigh draws way wide. The right arm extends a little bit taller than the left. Just soften in the pose. Keep a nice engagement of the legs. Place your hands on either side of the left foot. Step the right foot forward. Place your hands to the low back and rise up. If you've got a block, grab your block. Place your block right between the inner thighs and squeeze the block as you hug in toward the block. Take your arms up. This is a kind of skinny block, so I'm going to create a little bit more inner thigh action by taking the block really wide, your choice. Squeeze in to that midline, reach your arms up. Good, keep that and draw down. Keep that action, squeezing the block, drawing the inner thighs back and rise up. Release your hands. Now without the block and with that impression of squeezing the midline, with your knees slightly bent, Reach your right foot to the side. It's almost like a one-legged chair pose here. Reach your arms up and draw your pelvis back and rise up. Draw the pelvis back. Right foot is just keeping you balanced and up. And again, inner thigh draws way back and you rise up. Step your right foot in with both knees slightly bent. Take your left foot to the side. Reach your arms up, draw down, and lift up. Draw down, and lift up. One more, draw down, and rise up, and release your hands. Step to the top of the mat. Take your arms up and take your hands alongside your feet as you step back to plank one more time. And lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Reach your right arm forward and draw over to your right side. Step your left foot behind the right knee. Lift your right foot up and down, and lift it up and down, and up and down, and up and down. Two more, and down, and up, and down. Come back to your belly. On the in-breath, as we've been doing, with the fingers pointing back, inhale, rise up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Reach your hands straight back. Exhale, down. Roll over to your left side. Rest your head. Step your right foot behind the left leg. Engage your left leg as you lift up and down, up and down, up, down, up and down, and up and down, and roll over to your belly to come back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, take a nice wide stance in your dog and take a shorter stance in downward facing dog than you might normally. Extend your right hand just somewhere on the left leg. Draw your right elbow down toward the mat. Place your right hand back to the mat. Take your left hand somewhere to the outside of the right leg. Bend your left elbow. Get this nice length from the armpit to the waist. Release your hand. Come to all fours position. Interlace your fingers now with your forearms down. Have your elbows slightly narrower than shoulder width. Lift your pelvis up. Look forward. Walk your feet forward. Take your right leg up and draw it down. Take your left leg up and draw it down. Step your feet back slightly to come toward a plank position. Pivot on your feet so you're on the outside of the right foot and draw your pelvis down. Lift it up. Draw down. Lift up. And draw down. And lift up. Come back to this forearm downward facing dog. Draw over to your left side. Draw your pelvis down. Lift up. And down. And up. And down. And up. Back to downward facing dog, where your knees come down to the mat. Your knees go wide apart. Your pelvis draws back to your heels. And you pranam, you bow, you honor your practice. Take your awareness to the breath. With nice fullness to the breath. Come back to your belly with your hands, once again, pressing down, turning toward your feet. Rise up on the in-breath. Exhale. Lift up. Use the strength of your back muscles. Exhale. Inhale. Free your hands. Rise up even higher. Exhale down. Come to your forearms in a Sphinx pose. Pull from your fingertips to your elbows to draw your heart forward. Now lift from the navel to the pubic bone to the tops of the thighs and draw down. Thighs, pubic bone, navel, heart forward. Lift up from the navel, pubic bone, tops of the thighs, rise up. Exhale, top of the thigh, pelvis, belly, heart forward. And again, lift up, belly, pubic bone, thighs, lift up. Exhale. Heart forward. Now make a fist with your right hand and just place the forearm at the diagonal. With the left foot behind, lift your pelvis up and draw down. And lift up. And draw down, and lift up, and draw down. Come to the Sphinx pose again with the forearms pressing. Pull back from the elbows to your feet. Draw your heart forward. Now these pelvic roll-ups from the navel to the pelvis. Lift up the thighs. And exhale. Thighs come down, heart moves forward. You lift up. Slow it down. And you draw forward. Just revealing fullness of your heart. And again. Make a fist with your left hand with the forearm at the diagonal. Draw to your left side. Step your right foot back. In breath as you lift up and draw down. Lift up, draw down, and lift up and draw down. Come back once again, Sphinx position, forearms down, pull back from the fingertips to the elbows to reach your heart forward. Lift from the navel to the pelvis, to the tops of the thighs, and draw down. lift up and draw down. And lift up and draw down. Come to fingertip tops. Hug your elbows in with the hands close to the ribs. Inhale, lift up. Use mostly the strength of the back. The arms are just helping you to guide the heart forward. Exhale. Inhale, lift up and stay lifted. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come through all fours position to downward facing dog. Pause in this downward facing dog. Receive nice fullness to the breath. Similar to what we did at the start of the class, take your right foot to the outside of the right hand. This time with the knee down, place your left forearm down. If that feels like it's just too much of a stretch, just place a block underneath your forearm and twist toward your right knee. Just pause in the twist. So the inner thigh action that we've been focusing on, you want to take that right inner thigh way wide. Wider toward the right side of the mat as you twist. Just pause in this action. Now release your hands and step back to downward facing dog. You can use a block or not. As you step your left foot to the outside of your left hand, bring your back knee down, come to your forearm on the block or not, align your left knee over the ankle, hold on to your foot, to your shin, and twist. Start to notice the difference between the sides. And as you're ready, come out of the pose to downward facing dog, where you walk your hands back to your feet. Place your hands to your low back and rise up. Come to a wide stance. And in this wide stance, bend both knees to exaggerate this inner thigh action that we've been doing. Draw the inner thighs back and apart. I've got my hands right at the pant leg creases. My fingers are pushing the inner thighs back as a way to just get a little bit more lumbar curve there in this forward bend. Try not to round in this forward bend. Keep the inner thighs drawing back and apart. Keep that work of drawing the inner thighs back and apart. Take more weight to your left leg as you push the flesh of the right inner thigh way back. Just exaggerating this movement that we've been working on. Come back to the center position with the knees slightly bent. Now take more weight over to the right leg. Draw the top of the left thigh way back and apart. Now, as if the hands were still there, free the hands, but have the inner thigh action continue. But walk your hands now over to the left side. Bend the left knee even more deeply. Take the top of the right thigh back. Take your right hand somewhere to the outside of the left leg and reach your right elbow down. Come back to the center position. Again, both knees bent as if your hands were still there, encouraging the inner thigh movement. Shift your weight to the right leg. Shift your hand position so the left hand is now on the outside of the right leg. Go a little bit deeper in the bend of the knee. To soften in the pose. And now inhale, come back to the center position as if those hands are still encouraging the inner thighs to draw back and apart. Soften as you bow forward. Now place the hands to your low back and rise up. Turn your right toes out. Bend your right knee. Draw the top of the left thigh way back. Take your hands to your low back. Just bow in. Get this nice ease in the pose. Take the interlaced fingers behind you and lift up. Continue this bowing gesture. Take the hands back to the low back. Press your flesh to rise up, creating spaciousness in the low back. Right toes turn in, left toes turn out. Bend the knee. Your inner thigh is moving back as if the hand was still there, just encouraging that opening in the inner groin area. You bow forward toward the inner knee. And as you're ready, you take the interlaced fingers behind you to get a nice shoulder extension. In this full body practice, a lot of work in the hip and inner groin area, a lot of arm strengthening, now shoulder flexibility. Take your hands right to the low back and rise up. With the feet turned out, still in a rather wide stance, but as you turn your feet out, just drop your pelvis down and just move side to side. Not too much movement, just enough to open the hips. This is a more external rotation of the legs. We've been focusing on a lot on inner spiral. This is more of an outer spiral action. So if you can, come a little bit further down. Some of us can come all the way down. And if you can make it all the way down, come to a squat position and do that same movement. If not, just come to a seated pose. We'll be there shortly. And take your pelvis all the way to the mat. Once on the mat, take your feet together. Take your hands to the shins. Lift your knees up with the strength of your arms. With the strength of your legs, try to draw the knees down. Draw forward on your sits bones. Reach your heart forward. Press your feet in a strong prayer position. Keep that action of the legs. Legs lift up. Inner thighs are drawing back. And rise up. One way to get a strong engagement of the inner thighs in this pose is to lift your pelvis up. Swing the pelvis back. And as you swing the pelvis back, press the base of the toes together. And now come a little more forward on your sits bones. From there, same actions. Lift the knees up with the strength of the arms, but push the legs down. So strong actions of the arms and strong actions of the legs as you come forward, as you're slightly more forward on your sits bones. And rise up. Take your legs nice and wide apart. For some of us, we get rounding in the low back when we do this. So if that's the case with you, just elevate yourself with either blocks or blankets, your choice. And with the legs nice and wide apart, with your second toe straight up, bend the knees just slightly. I think it just engages the inner thigh muscles so much better if you press the heels down slightly and come forward on the sits bones. Turn toward the left leg and just draw it down. The right sit bone wants to elevate, so see if you can keep it firmly planted. You might want to do that same inner spiral action of the upper inner thigh with your hand, just to remind it to keep on pressing down. And rise up. Now with the palm open, left palm open, just reach your hand toward the foot. Have the inner knee work against the arm in such a way that you keep that strong engagement of the upper inner thigh. Take your left arm up and reach it over. And just get this nice fullness here in the pose. Then see if you can keep that right thigh pressing down very firmly as you do this. And inhale, rise up. Now turn toward the right leg. Again, knees are slightly bent, heels are drilling down. You're keeping this left sit bone planted. As you turn toward the right leg, just bow forward. As they say, it's not It's not about going far, it's about how you go far, the techniques that you use. Can you apply the work that we've done, that strong inner thigh action, to keep the left sit bone down as you draw toward the right leg? Trying to keep as much elongation of the spine as possible. And rise up. Open your right palm, reach it out toward your right ankle. Work the inner knee against the arm. Take your left arm up, reach it over, and keep your left inner thigh really working strong in this action. Just invite fullness to the breath. And inhale, lift yourself up. Very nice. Come to lie down on your back with your knees bent. Grab your block and take it really close to your pubic bone and squeeze the block. I've got these skinny blocks, so I'm going to take my block on the wide side so I can really feel the inner thighs working here. So squeezing the block, lift your waistline away from the mat, squeeze the block and draw the navel back toward the spine. And squeeze the block, just keep on moving the spine, lifting the waistline away from the mat and pressing it back toward the mat. Keep squeezing the block. Keep that action going. Just moving the spine. While squeezing in toward the block. And you may find that your legs get rather fatigued just doing this, but keep it up. And as you're ready, press your elbows down with the palms facing each other like robot arms. Squeeze the block and lift your pelvis up. Now once you're squeezing the block and the pelvis is lifted, can you lift your right leg so the right thigh and left thigh are roughly parallel. Release your right foot down, keep squeezing the block, and take your left foot off the mat. Keep squeezing the block, release your left foot, take your pelvis down, but lift your feet up off the mat. Take your arms in a cactus pose. Squeeze the block and just go to the right side slightly. And take your knees up and to the center, then to the left side. And back to center. Take the shins almost parallel to your mat, or what feels like parallel to you. Squeeze the block, draw over to the right, reach your left leg out so the left leg goes straight or towards straight, and come back to the center and rock yourself to the left side. Reach your right leg straight, keep squeezing the block. Come back to the center. Take your knees further away from your chest so you get a little bit more lumbar curve. Squeeze the block, draw over to the right side, reach your left leg out, bend the knee, back to center, and draw to the left side. Squeeze the block before reaching the right leg out. Come back to the center position. Release the feet. Take the elbows back into that robot form. Lift your pelvis up. Squeeze in. Find nice fullness in the chest. Slowly take your pelvis down to the mat. Keep on squeezing into the block or the towel or blanket, whatever you have. Take your hands right to the kneecaps. Keep the legs active and lift the shins up so that the shins are almost parallel to the mat or thereabouts. In the same way that we were doing in that seated pose, have the arms do one action, and that action is to pull the knees toward your chest. Have the legs do another action, and that action is to push the feet away. So see if you can balance those actions. Keep squeezing the block. Draw over, just rocking from one side to another. And when you find an area that feels like it's a little tight or it could use a little bit more attention, just pause there. Just a nice, easy rocking action, side to side. Come back to the center in stillness. Park your feet to the mat. Take your block away. stretch your legs out. Just fan your feet like they're windshield wipers. Now just settle your legs. Have your palms open. Close your eyes. Attune to your breath. In this full body practice, we paid particular attention to the inner thigh muscles, as well as spinal elongation, side body lengthening, back body strength. Allow your legs and your arms just to be really heavy. So that the hips relax, shoulders relax. You feel this ease. Let the ease allow you to find softness in the outer body. As you keep a brightness of the inner body just through the breath. Thank you for joining me in the practice. Enjoy your Savasana. Namaste.